Hi, my name is Tom. I live in a small town called Greenville. It is a quiet place. Everyone knows each other. I like living here because it feels safe. My days are usually the same. I wake up, go to work, and then go for a walk in the evening. It is simple, but I enjoy it. Let me tell you about something strange that happened to me. It all started on a regular morning. I woke up early, ate my usual breakfast, some toast and coffee, and left for work. I always carry my wallet with me. It is important because it has my money, my ID, and my bank card. That day, I put my wallet in my pocket as usual and left the house. I didn't know yet that something was going to go wrong. After work, I decided to visit the park. It is a nice park, not too big, but peaceful. There are benches, trees, and a small pond. I often go there to relax and watch people walking by. Some people walk their dogs, and kids play on the swings. I sat down on a bench near the pond. The weather was perfect. The sun was warm, but there was a light breeze. I sat there for a while, just enjoying the moment. Then, I decided it was time to go home. I got up, stretched a little, and walked out of the park. But as I walked, I reached into my pocket and my wallet was gone. At first, I thought maybe it's stuck deep in my pocket. So, I checked again. But no, the wallet wasn't there. Panic started to rise inside me. I checked my bag, my other pockets, and even my coat. Nothing. My wallet was missing, and I had no idea where it could be. Now, I started to worrying. Where could it be? I had it when I left work, right? Yes, I was sure I did. I tried to stay calm, but my heart was beating fast. I needed my wallet. It had all my money, my ID, my bank cards. Losing it would be a disaster. I took a deep breath. Okay, Tom, I told myself. Think, where did you last see it? I remembered sitting in the park, enjoying the afternoon. Could it have fallen out while I was sitting there? I turned around and quickly walked back to the park. I went straight to the bench where I was sitting. I looked under the bench, around the grass, and even checked the bushes nearby. But my wallet wasn't there. Now, I was really starting to panic. What if someone had already taken it? What if it was gone forever? I decided to ask around. Maybe someone saw something. I went to the park entrance, where an old man named Mr. Wilson was sitting. Mr. Wilson is always at the park, reading his newspaper. He has lived in Greenville for a long time. He's a bit grumpy, but he knows everyone in town. Mr. Wilson, I said, trying to stay calm, did you see a wallet here? I think I lost mine. He looked up from his newspaper and shook his head.
No, Tom, I haven't seen any wallets. You should be more careful. People lose things all the time, and they don't always come back.
I nodded, thanked him, and moved on. I continued my search, walking around the park, looking at the ground, hoping to spot my wallet. As I left the park, I saw Sarah walking her dog. Sarah is always friendly and smiling. Maybe she saw something. Hey, Sarah, I called out. I lost my wallet. Did you see one around here? Sarah's face changed.
Oh no, Tom, that's terrible. I didn't see anything. But I'll keep an eye out for you.
Thanks, Sarah, I said. Her kindness made me feel a little better, but I was still worried. My wallet was nowhere to be found, and the sun was starting to set. I didn't know what to do. I kept walking around town, checking every place I had been that day. I passed by the cafe, where I had bought a coffee earlier, and decided to go inside. "Excuse me," I said to the man behind the counter. "I lost my wallet. Did anyone find one here?" The man, whose name is Ben, checked behind the counter.
Sorry, Tom, no wallets here. Did you try the park?
"Yes, I looked there," I replied, feeling more anxious. "It is like it just disappeared." Ben shrugged.
Well, good luck, Tom. I hope you find it.
I left the cafe and continued walking down the street. My mind was racing. What if I never found it? How would I get money? How would I replace my ID? By now, I was feeling very tired. My legs hurt from walking so much, and my head was full of worrying. I stopped in front of the library to rest for a moment, and then I had an idea. The library, I had gone there earlier in the day to return a book. Maybe, just maybe, my wallet was there. With new hope, I rushed inside. Mrs. Clark, the librarian, was at the front desk. She's a kind woman who always helps me find books. "Hi, Mrs. Clark," I said. Almost out of breath, "I lost my wallet. Did anyone bring one here?" Mrs. Clark smiled.
Oh, Tom. Yes, actually, someone did bring a wallet in today. Let me check in the lost and found.
My heart started beating fast. Could it really be my wallet? Mrs. Clark went into the back room and came out holding a small black wallet. "My wallet. This is it," I exclaimed, feeling a wave of relief wash over me. Mrs. Clark smiled.
I'm glad it is yours. Tom, it was left here earlier. You should be more careful next time.
As I opened my wallet to check if everything was still inside, I noticed something strange. There was a small note folded next to my ID. I had never seen it before. "Who putteth in he unfolded the note and read it," it said. "You dropped this near the park. Be careful next time. A friend." A friend? But who? I didn't know who had found my wallet, or when they returned it. They didn't leave their name, only a kind message. I was surprised and confused. Someone had gone out of their way to help me, but they didn't want to be known. As I walked home, I thought about the note. Who could have found my wallet? Was it someone I knew? Or maybe a stranger passing by? I would never know. But one thing was clear. This person didn't want thanks or attention. They just wanted to help. It made me think about kindness. And sometimes, small actions can make a big difference. That evening, I sat at home and thought about my day. It had been stressful and full of worrying, but in the end, everything worked out. I was thankful for the person who returned my wallet, and I felt lucky to live in a place where people looked out for each other. Losing my wallet taught me a lot. First, I learned to be more careful with my things. I promised myself I would check my pockets more often. But more than that, I learned about trust and kindness. Sometimes, when things go wrong, we expect the worst. I was so worried about losing my wallet. But in the end, someone helped me without even asking for anything in return. It made me want to be a better person, too. I decided that if I ever found something someone else lost, I would try to return it, just like my friend did. The next day, life went back to normal. I walked through Greenville, feeling lighter and happier. I smiled at the people I passed, thinking about how lucky I was to live in such a kind town. I saw Sarah walking her dog again.
Hey Tom, did you find your wallet?
She asked with a big smile. "Yes, thanks for asking," I replied, waving at her. As I walked further, I saw Mr. Wilson sitting on his bench, reading his newspaper. "Hey, Mr. Wilson," I called out. "I found my wallet."
Good for you, Tom. Be more careful next time.
I laughed. Mr. Wilson might be grumpy, but deep down, he cares. I kept walking, feeling good about the day. I didn't know who my friend was, but that was okay. The kindness they showed me would stay with me forever, and maybe one day, I would be able to do the same for someone else. If you like this video, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel.